this particular one will use what we call the weld mudra, and it looks like the half lotus, just like this, except the two middle fingers bend down to almost a 90, and just in a relaxing position like this. And what we're going to do is we're going to concentrate right here on liver 13, and that's the alarm point for the spleen. And in Chinese medicine, the spleen and the pancreas are the same thing. They're one whole unit rather than being two separate things. So here's the technique. I'll show you as I'm going through it. I just do a half lotus, and I'm just going to be in a natural stance. I'm doing both sides. In the earth, or on the earth techniques, it's like a both set balance at one time. There's no right or left, forward or backwards movement. Or yin or yang. The whole exercise is just one exercise. So I do a half lotus mudra, and I raise at the wrists and bring it in to the weld position here, and I turn it in just like this toward my torso. And I'm just going to bend, make sure my knees are bent, my pelvis is tucked up, breathing in and out through the nose. Tongue on the roof of the mouth, just like all the rest. I'm going to hold this position, of course, for how many? Yeah, you guessed it, 9 breaths. And you'll feel gurgling or rumbling, going on around the spleen pancreas area. And then after the 9 breaths, I'm going to raise my elbows and push the chi out and away from me. Break and shake. And that is the exercise 1 for the spleen. So now I'm going to demonstrate it without speaking. Okay, so Matt's here, and I'm going to walk him through it. And all you're going to do is we're going to do the lotus position, or half lotus position, and we're going to come up, pulling from the elbows. The arms are kind of dead, and we're going to turn the wrists in toward each other and point the fingers, the middle fingers in. Very good. And we're going to bring it about half the distance back toward ourselves, and then we're going to point it at a 45-degree angle in toward, and you kind of just naturally line up with liver 13. Which is the alarm point for the spleen. And so we're going to hold right here, and again, even if you don't know where these points are, it doesn't matter. Just know that's where you want to do it, and the chi will automatically go there. And so we hold this position for 9 breaths, and once we've done the 9 breaths, we come from here, and we raise the elbows out, and move it back into the lotus position, and then move it slowly out, and then break and shake. So try that one time without any instruction. Let's see how you do. That's pretty good. Okay, go ahead and move into your finishing posture. Okay, very good. Very simple, spleen posture 1. So now we're going to go to posture 2. To do the second posture for the spleen meridian, we bring into the weld position the fingers, and we pull up into the weld position and hold right over the large toe, the big toe, and we'll hold this for just a second. And from here we're going to do 9 breaths coming up the spleen meridian, pointing with the fingers. And the spleen meridian runs up the inner thigh. and then up on the sides of the groin, and then it's going to turn just like this to the outside and come up, and you're going to point right at the center of the torso on the sides. And we're going to hold this position for 9 breaths. So it should take you 9 breaths to get here, and then you should hold for 9 breaths on this posture. And after this is completed, then you make a circle motion with the fingers and come down and back down through the groin and the toes and shake off. Okay? I'll do the whole thing now with no talking. Okay, so we're going to show Matt how to do it now. And so we're going to do the fingers in the weld position, okay? Standing in a natural stance, pelvis tucked up, knees bent. We're going to have the fingers pointed down to start with, and we're going to bring them up and hold right over the big toes, okay? And then we'll trace the spleen meridian very slowly with the fingers. So it comes in to the inner thighs, they kind of turn in just like this, and slowly bring up the fingers through the groin and then out to the side. Yeah, and you're going to come all the way up to about right here, and we're going to hold this position for 9 breaths. So it should take you 9 breaths to get in this position from the starting posture. 9 breaths here, and then after he's done his 9 breaths, then he's going to make a circle coming outward and then downward, back down the meridian, back to the big toe again. Very good. Very simple posture to do. You just have to practice it once, twice, and you've got it. And then out. Very good.